This is Joy Silver on the United American Network, bringing you the latest in Riverside County, here on Radio Free Riverside, the news you can trust. Friday, February 6, 2026. The project represents a 2.5-year collaboration between Riverside Fire Department, Riverside Public Utilities, Western Municipal Water District, and Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. The Riverside Fire Department has become the first in California to receive a pump pod through a state grant-funded program, officials announced Tuesday at a demonstration at the city's Emergency Operations Center. The pump pod is a closed system that recaptures and recirculates water used during firefighting training, saving an estimated 3.5 to 4.5 million gallons of water per year. The device contains approximately 2,000 gallons of water that cycles continuously during training exercises. A labor strike is underway at Kaiser Permanente. The United Nurses Association of California Union of Healthcare Professionals is conducting an open-ended strike at some of Kaiser Permanente's facilities in Southern California. As negotiations continue, Kaiser Permanente healthcare workers returned to the picket line Thursday, pressing for changes they said are needed to protect staff and patient cares. The unions represent about 31,000 workers in California and Hawaii, and they say the dispute isn't just about pay, but about unsafe staffing levels, particularly compromising high-risk care settings. In a statement, Kaiser Permanente said its nurses already earn 16 to 25% more than their peers, and that its hospitals exceed state staff requirements. Workers on the picket line said those numbers don't reflect daily conditions inside facilities. Kaiser is preparing for a possible second open-ended strike starting Monday, February 10th, involving pharmacy workers and clinical lab scientists. The system has already alerted patients about possible disruptions next week. And here's the latest on the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. The ex-deputy who was convicted of stalking his former fiancée, a female volunteer, possession of child pornography, and more, was sentenced to 6 years in state prison. Alexander Vanny, 35 of Hemet, was convicted in December of 2025. And finally, the Olguin family was tasked for caring for the 6 of the Turpin children after they were rescued from horribly abusive conditions in their parents' homes in the Southern California community of Paris. The children's parents, David and Louise Turpin, pleaded guilty in 2019 to torture and years of abuse that included shackling some of their 13 children and starving them and providing only a minimal education. The Turpin children, who ranged in age from 2 to 29 when they were rescued by authorities from their parents' homes, were placed with the Marcelina and Rosa Olguins, where they were subjected to further abuse and neglect while in the care of the agency ChildNet and Riverside County in the home of this new House of Horrors. Marcelina Olguin admitted 7 lewd acts on a minor and 1 count of false imprisonment. Rosa admitted 3 counts of child abuse and 1 count each of witnessed intimidation, grand theft, and false imprisonment. Attorneys announced a substantial confidential settlement has been reached, ending the civil litigation against the county and the foster care agency ChildNet for $13.5 million. This has been Radio Free Riverside here on the United American Network. Your host, Joy Silver, with the news that informs democracy. UAN broadcasts from our Riverside County studio. Thank you for listening.